Welcome to Math Soul. In this video, we are going to see how to find out the exact value of trigonometric functions with a different angle. You can see I have four example and all are more than 90 degrees. So first job our to bring down that angles to less than 90 degree, I mean the acute angle. Then only you can get the exact value because we know that getting exact value for 0 degree, 30, 45, 60 or 90. So we are trying to all these angles to convert with these angles. So what we can do the first, if you look at my previous video that I already explained, if you go with the four quadrant and cos 120, it's 120 is sitting somewhere in the first quadrant, right? Because second quadrant, so it's a 90 degree, then this is the one is 120 degree, so which is basically in the first quadrant. And if you make it the right angle triangle, you know that this is your 60 degree, because cos of the total is 180, so we can write down it's 180 minus of 60, because that part is 60, which is giving us 120, because this is 120. So in order to get cos 120, we can just write down in that form cos of 180 minus 60, and that part is 60. And if you look back to my previous video that I already explained, that always our right angle triangle is formed with the x-axis. So now you can see that cos of 180 minus theta, it is basically cos theta, but that theta is negative cos theta. Why? Because in the second quadrant cos is negative. You can look at here because that cos is negative in the negative x-axis. And also you can see, if we remember that all student take chemistry, so I'm writing down for that all positive in the first quadrant, second quadrant sign positives, third quadrant 10, and fourth cos positive. So in this case we have cos in the second quadrant, so cos is negative, so negative cos 60. So then you can just straight write down that cos 60, we know that cos 60 will be half, so it's a negative of half, because cos 60 is half. We know the exact value, how to remember the exact value for different trigonometric like function with the angles. So we know that cos 60 is so half, so it's a negative half. And now if I do I can use the 10 240, again I can draw the 10 240 where it's sitting, 240, so 180, 180, and then more than 180, so this is the one is 240. So I can write down it is 10 of 180 plus 60. So you know that 180 plus 60, so this is 60, that basically 60 degree. So that part is 60, and 180 plus 60 is basically total 10 to 40. So this is 10 to 40 position. And if you make a right angle triangle here, so you can just write down it is equal to 10 of 60 degree. So 10 180 plus theta 10 theta. So now you know that in the third quadrant is a 10 is positive, because all students take chemistry. We know that from the first drawing is 10 is positive in the third quadrant. So it is basically 1060 positive value. And then what is 1060? Square root of 3. Now if I look at the next example, which is sine 225 degree. So if I draw the quadrant and 2 to 5 where it is sitting, again you can just go 180 plus 45. So this is the one is 2 to 5. So I can say this is our 45 degree, right? So total is, you have to go with the anti-clockwise direction to count 2 to 5 degree. So 225 degree, 180 plus 45. So and then this is our, that 45 is our theta. So if you do the right angle triangle, that is 45 will be our theta. And if I write down that 100 sine 2 to 5, I can write down sine 180 plus 45, because we know that 180 plus 45 is 225. And now we know that it will be sine theta. Alright, so sine 180 plus 40 sine theta. But when you're doing sine theta, that's fine, theta is 45. Which quadrant we are? We are in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, sine is negative. If you look at here, all students take chemistry, sine is negative in the third quadrant, 10 is positive in the third quadrant. So what is your sine 45? Sine 45 will be 1 over square root of 2, or square root of 2 over 2, whatever, it's the same thing. So this is the answer for the third one. So if I ask you exact value of sine 2 to 5, the answer will be negative 1 over square root of 2. Now look at the last one, which is sine of negative 315. That's the student often get confused when there is a negative angle. But if you look at that again, if you see that negative 315. What is the difference of positive angle and negative angle? Only thing is how you are going the counting the angle. If you go to the clockwise direction, it's a positive. Anti-clockwise is a positive. If you go clockwise, it would be negative. So now you know that in order to go 315, we have to go only with the positive axis. We have to go clockwise direction 315. So it is 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and then further you have to go. So it's somewhere sitting there. Right. So how to get that that additional this angle? So this will be our theta in this case now, right? If you make that, so what will be our theta? So it's very easy because total will be 360. We know that. So total 360. So I can write down it is sine of even like 360 minus 315, right? 360 minus 315 will give you that theta. So which is I can just straight away write down the sine of 45 degree, right? So it means that theta will be our 45 degree and sine theta. So now it's already acute angle, and we already know sine theta equal to 1 over square root of 2, and in this case it is positive because we are talking about the first quadrant.